Hey guys, welcome to the investment governance scenario. So what we're going to show in this scenario is how how clouds can help enable data-driven investment decisions. So when to invest, so that can be based on metric trends, what and how to upgrade, and how to evaluate the various investment options. So how does this work? Well, we basically take a graph of our current usage trend and that has an upper and lower trend setting, and just try and plot what those are going to look like out over time to predict breakpoints. So we're going to log into the system and see what this looks like. So just looking at two physical servers in our environment, and we can see which virtual machines are running on those, and we're going to see what that graph looks like for the current two servers that we have in our cloud. So we go in and we generate an investment governance report, which generates a PDF which we can download. We'll just save that and open the PDF, and this PDF is going to show us some very similar graphs to what we've just seen. So as I scroll down through these graphs, I can see my virtual CPU usage, I can see things like my CPU speed usage, I can see how much memory is provisioned, the actual memory usage, that's the memory that's being used in each virtual machine, and the overall disk space usage in my cloud. So next what we're going to do is just log out here, and what I want to do is create a new service, and we're going to add some new resources and see how that changes the picture. So essentially we're going to change our rate of consumption by increasing the angle that these dotted lines are going at. Alright, so we log in once more. We just click on the add service button, and we're going to add a goal level SLA, and we're just going to call this service, let's call it web shop. Okay, so we get to set each resource level SLA target. So we're just going to change a number of these values here. And again, we'll just change one or two more. And again, what we're doing here is we're just going to create some new resources which are going to change the graphs that we've previously seen, change the predicted breakpoints for those graphs. And again, why this is useful is it just lets us see that breakpoint out into the future and help us decide when we're going to have to buy some new systems. So I'm just going to go back into my web shop service that I just created, and I can look at my 3 virtual machines, and we can see that all of the SLA terms are being adhered to for those at present. So now I'll just log out and go back into the system as an administrator. Now as an administrator, I'm going to have the option of seeing the entire environment again, and we should see those additional virtual machines that were just created. Just expand this at the bottom, and if I look at and you can see the 3 web shop virtual machines. One of them is on the first server and 2 of them are on the second server. So if I again go into my investment governance report, generate the PDF report and download it. I'm just going to save that locally onto my hard drive. And if I look at that report again, I'm going to replace the existing one, and if I look at my report again, what we'll see is those predicted breakpoints are now much closer. So we can see the predicted line. We can see the spike up on the CPU speed usage, we can see the spike up on the provisioned memory usage, and the trend lines have been adjusted accordingly, the same for the actual memory usage. And the disk space usage is flat, and that's because the machines have been tin provisioned. Okay, so how does this help us? So we've got some various upgrade options where we can upgrade in a phased way or in an all-in-one. So let's take a look at those in a bit more detail and how we calculate the ROIs for each upgrade option. So as we've previously seen, some of the various upgrade options include in doing it all in one go or doing it in a phased approach. So we've got the Intel Xeon calculator, which helps us compare what those different approaches would cost us. And we basically use that to generate an Excel sheet, which we're just showing here, This Excel sheet is showing us the ROI, how many servers will be required to replace our current environment, the total virtual machine capacity of that new environment, the estimated performance gain of that environment, the break-even period in months. Now, the break-even period in months is based purely on the cost of infrastructure and depreciation. It doesn't take into account any additional business value or profit or revenue that may be generated from that new service. At the bottom as well, it's got a total cost of ownership saving. So it's quite useful to help you identify how and what type of servers you should replace your existing fleet with, but also when to do it. Okay guys, that's basically it for the investment governance scenario. Thank you for taking some time to review it, and don't forget to visit us online.